Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Curry, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
A lot of turnover for the Mavericks this season, but they bring back restricted free agents Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
And, you know, those 3 players have made steady improvement, and that's a credit to how the Mavericks develop young players. They also bring length and athleticism to that rotation.
It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Here's Hardaway. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Doncic, here we go, makes it off the glass.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Simmons passes to Richardson. On the wing, Harris. He can't get it to go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And stolen by Horford. Porzingis against Harris. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
It's Curry with the drive, and the shot goes down.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Hardaway comes to help. Simmons against Curry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
And Clark standing 6'10". Has there ever been a player Ben Simmons' size or bigger who could handle and pass like this?
I really don't think so, Kevin. Obviously, LeBron is 2 inches shorter and probably 15 pounds heavier. Giannis is more of a scorer than a passer and facilitator. Magic Johnson was the first of the true 6'8"-ish point guards. He might be the closest when you look at Ben Simmons, but man, he's special because of that size and passing ability.
And Simmons drops them both.
You know, you look at Ben Simmons, and the thing that jumps out to me is his all-around game. I mean, it's absolutely terrific. He's a stat sheet stuffer, supreme.
Here's Doncic, and the 3 ball is good. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Shot on the wing. Nice jump shot. Good.
Guys, the passing ability and IQ of Ben Simmons, both amazing.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Simmons against Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. And Simmons with the rebound.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks leading by 3. Curry is inside. Richardson covering. Doncic outside. Back to Curry. Powell inside. Embiid's there. Curry can't get it to go.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Yep, it counts.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Porzingis against Horford. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
Doncic finds Hardaway. And here is Powell. Porzingis with the ball, guarded by Embiid. And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Count that bucket.
Boy, Simmons so dangerous in these open floor situations. I love his aggressiveness in getting to the right spot.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Simmons against Doncic. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Oh, that's blocked.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Curry passes to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Powell trying to free himself up. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Powell finds Curry. 4 on the shot clock. Porzingis, that's a 2. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 6 points for Porzingis.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Embiid, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Simmons against Doncic. And a wide open look for Simmons.
And Powell is a really reliable defender. I mean, he's excellent using his length and his quickness to throw shooters off.
Doncic feeling it out. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
All 3 throws good from Doncic. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Doncic. Over Simmons. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 9 points for Luka Doncic. Simmons against Doncic. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. And good that time. And the 76ers lead by 1. Here's Dallas. Outside Curry. And the rejection by Embiid.
You look at his combination of reach and timing, it makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
And Simmons slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Simmons.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Oh, the power on that throw-down.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Dallas calls timeout.
Boy, the Sixers have come a long way in a short period of time. I mean, 2 years after finishing as the 4th worst team in the league, guys, they came within a few points of making the Eastern Conference Final.
Mavericks trail by 3. And here's Brunson with the floater, and Simmons with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Wright looking around. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And the Sixers team has championship aspirations. Clark, can they make it out of the East, you think?
Yeah, I think this Sixers team, guys, is very much capable of being an Eastern Conference champion. I mean, we forget about all the midseason trades they had a season ago. They didn't have a lot of time to ferment and gel. I think with a full season, training camp and a full season, with the players they have, they're going to be a force in the East for several years.
Brunson the pass to Finney-Smith. Cauley-Stein kicks to Kleber. Here's Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The 76ers leading by 5. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Kleber, the pass to Brunson. And Wright kicks to Cauley-Stein. And his first shot of the game, no good. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Really left alone that time. And now a 10-point 76ers lead.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Right against Scott. They could use a bucket. And it's right missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Outside, Simmons. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Here's Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
I tell you, Joel Embiid possesses remarkable talent. I mean, this big guy is graceful and strong. He's a real matchup problem for everybody.
Burks, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Embiid drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, Cauley-Stein still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Dallas needs to get off a shot. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Burks with it. The 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Wright is out there with J.J. Barea. And it's Kleba in at the 4 spot. The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he knocks down the first one. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure. Here's
Thibault. Scott, and stolen by Wright. Pass to Finney-Smith. He dishes it to Barea. And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That is his first foul of the game. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Dallas moving the ball around. Kleba, the pass to Wright. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the wing. They get the rebound. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Philadelphia leading by 8. Out to the right wing. Robinson finds Embiid. The shot misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Finney-Smith passes to Barea. Scott pulls it in. Philadelphia shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Here's Embiid. The Mavericks pull it in. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Burks can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 8. Here's Finney-Smith. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Right outside. Here's the teardrop. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Robinson. And the pass to Embiid. Fades and shoots. Now here is Robinson. Trying to end the drought. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Al Horford, he's checked in for the 76ers. Harris comes in for Scott, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Wright. Barea, the pass to Doncic. From 13, that's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Barea.
And Barea, with that low center of gravity of his, keeps the ball close to the ground, and good luck trying to stop that guy.
Harris passes to Milton. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Back to Powell. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
Boy, with the basketball IQ of a 15-year vet, Doncic makes plays that even veterans struggle with.
Here's Milton. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Horford against Hardaway. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Porzingis.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the 2 critical positions, a 6'10" point guard and a 7'2" center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
Down low, Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Burks, the pass to Horford. Here's Milton. Back to Horford. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks trailed by 6. On the wing, Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
And Hardaway comes to help. Burks kicks to Robinson. Harris outside. Over Porzingis. Harris no good.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration too.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Hardaway.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's Burks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's Harris off the drive. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 17-6 run. Porzingis is doubled. Barea with a wide open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
Robinson against Doncic. Harris trying to get free. Robinson misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And the 76ers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Robinson. Richardson comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks. The Mavericks also with a sub. Brunson's checked in. Here's Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Took him no time at all on that one. Doncic has got 9 points in the quarter.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Simmons dishes to Harris. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Harris looking it over to the right side. Horford has a wide open look, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Richardson against Porzingis. Pass to Powell. Kicks it to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
Passes it to Harris. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Richardson gets a wide open look. And again, unable to change momentum here. Dallas leading by 5. Hardaway passes to Powell. On the wing, Doncic. Over Richardson. Luka Doncic again. Doncic has got 22.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Now out of Canada by way of Stanford University. 6'11" power forward Dwight Powell.
Boy, a high-energy guy is Powell, guys. He's a pogo stick and a rim runner. Very quick-footed. I think that makes him tough to tag slicing through the lane. His activity and agility really what separate him and get him minutes on the court.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Simmons on the wing. Brunson covering. On the wing, Harris. 6 on the shot clock. To end the run. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Harris against Porzingis. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. They recover it. Here's Richardson. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Outside Curry. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Korkmaz passes to Horford. Good D by Hardaway. Dallas leading by 7. Pass to Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. And Mike Scott subbed in for Tobias Harris. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. And both free throws good for Curry.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Richardson outside for the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 here in this one already. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Back to Brunson. The pass to Kleber. Curry against Richardson. Curry with the bounce pass. A 3 from Porzingis. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Richardson the pass to Simmons. .102 left in the second quarter. And the dunk by Embiid.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
Curry passes to Porzingis.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level. That's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
The Mavericks have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in-the-gym range, if anybody has that.
Mavericks making a switch here. Lights checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Right side, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
The drive by Simmons. He kicks it to Embiid. Porzingis with the block.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Simmons looking it over. With the hook shot, and it's blocked. And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He ended up with 22 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Porzingis against Embiid. Embiid with the steal. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, guys, we know Simmons most enjoys getting others involved, but he's showing you he can have huge nights himself as well.
Up top, Porzingis. Beyond the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th assist in this one. Richardson kicks to Embiid. Back to Richardson. Lets a floater go, and he gets the bucket. Richardson's got 9.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. Now Simmons, he's got 20. Pass to Horford. Back to Richardson. Here's Embiid. Porzingis with the block. Curry wide open with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. 8 points for him.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Richardson finds Simmons. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Simmons passes to Horford. Tipped away. Simmons against Doncic. Harris outside. The tray. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
You know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on. Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up. We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Here's Simmons. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Simmons got 22 points.
Boy, he's a real bully inside. I mean, you forget sometimes that Simmons is 6'9", 6'10", with nice touch. It's a nice combination near the basket.
Doncic against Simmons. Doncic passes to Porzingis.
You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade. And the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Both shots good from the stripe. The 76ers trail by 10. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Harris. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Outside, Porzingis. Lets it go from the wing. And that one hits back iron. 76ers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. On the wing, Harris, guarded by Kerr. Here's Embiid. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Porzingis passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Doncic. Dallas again missing. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And slam dunk by Harris.
Big man coming through. Have to enjoy watching Harris attack the rack with that kind of ferocity.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Simmons against Hardaway. Doncic outside. There's the pass to Porzingis. Clock is at 3. Dishes it to Hardaway. Over Horford. Hardaway, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. Outside, Simmons. Here's Horford. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Doncic dishes to Curry. Back to Doncic. Hardaway trying to free himself up. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
Curry passes to Doncic. Stein with it. Outside Hardaway. Doncic against Simmons. Shoots it. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Richardson, good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Embiid comes with a double team. Doncic outside. Here's Stein, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Harris.
Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Shooting two.
And he can't get the first one.
And, you know, questions for the Sixers about fit between their two young stars in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are legitimate questions, because when young players are that talented, it sometimes is hard for them to sacrifice their own games for the good of the team.
Mavericks making a switch here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And for Simmons and Embiid, a clash of styles, too. Simmons, you know, Clark is at his best in transition.
And, you know, Embiid, guys, is more a half-court threat, attacking in the post. Long term, I think they'll figure it out, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out between those two.
Finney-Smith passes to Wright. Nailed from three-point land. Wright's got 7 points in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Thibault. He has 5, 13 feet away. Here's Embiid, and the rejection by Stein.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Right, that's a two-pointer, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes it to Richardson. Harris trying to get free. And the dunk by Embiid.
Timeout. Boy, Embiid wants to own the inside on both sides of the floor. He is a force in the paint and relishes hitting those boards.
Dallas calls timeout. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Scott comes in for Harris. And it's Burks in for Richardson. Here's Wright. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Kleber. Back to Wright. Burks with the steal. And now the 76ers on the break. And it's good for two. Now just a three-point Maverick lead.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. Off target from outside. And for the 76ers, they're shooting it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. The pass to Embiid. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
That's big boy strength, real big boy strength. Embiid is so good at fighting through whatever challenges the defenses present.
Pass to Brunson. Right with it. Back to Brunson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Brunson's got his second basket of the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Puts it up from 15. Offensive rebound. Passes to Korkmaz. Now here's Burks. Brunson covering. Offensive rebound. Burks kicks to Korkmaz. Pass to Thibault. And here is Scott. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The 76ers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Scott. And then for Dallas, Mike Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And that one misses.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
The pass to Embiid. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Pass to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Fires it up. That one rolling around and rims out. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Wright. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Kicks to Embiid. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Thibault. And the shot is long. Dallas leading by 5. Now here's Wright. 13 points in the game. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Kleba. Again, the Mavericks score.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And here's Barea. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Dallas. They're up by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Wright is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Kleba in at the power forward. Embiid, no good.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Powell, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Burks against Barea. Burks dishes to Embiid. It's good. Embiid's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Burks against Doncic. The shot from 20 feet away. And he nails that one right through the net. Doncic has got 26.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Pass to Embiid. He kicks to Burks. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Wright, the pass to Barea. Back to Wright. There's the dish to Barea. From the stripe. The shot off that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Robinson finds Burks. Back to Robinson. Horford trying to free himself up. Robinson misses. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Powell, the pass to Barea. Drills it from outside. Barea's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. And that'll be his third foul so far. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Ben Simmons comes in for Burks. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for J.J. Barea. And it's Seth Curry in for DeLon Wright. Harris passes to Embiid. Harris against Hardaway. From deep. The 76ers with another miss. Mavericks leading by 10. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, Porzingis is a very impressive all-around scorer, and every year it seems as though he's taking on more of the offensive load.
Here's Milton, guarded by Curry. Knocked away. Hardaway with the steal. Doncic against Simmons. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
And the 76ers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. The 76ers trail by 12. Timeout called the 76ers.
And so much for the Sixers is predicated on Joel Embiid's health. Do they need to restrict his minutes in the regular season to keep him ready for that playoff run?
Well, you know, we've had all of this conversation about load management and managing the minutes of your key players, and Embiid with his injury history would certainly be a candidate for that. But we also saw what the Raptors did last season with Kawhi Leonard, so maybe the Sixers take a page out of the Raptors book in that regard.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
That free throw missing.
Boy, a big summer for the Mavs here in 2019. Huge cap room. They were looking to stock up on veteran talent while Doncic was still on that rookie contract. Pretty solid position for the Mavericks.
And he sinks the second. You talk about the aggressive summer for the Mavericks. The max extension for Porzingis was a given.
Yeah, I agree. And you take a look at what else they needed. More shooting, two-way veteran players if they're going to make a push for the playoffs.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Doncic against Simmons. Camp it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Embiid.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Here's Hardaway, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. Takes the 13-footer. Again, Philadelphia.
I think this is what we all want to see from Simmons. More of him expanding his game and working in the jump shot.
And Doncic, here we go. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Harris. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Doncic kicks to Powell. Curry with it. And it's Horford picking him up. Floats one. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
He's becoming more comfortable and tight. Seth Curry is good at picking his spots from this area.
Back to Richardson. There's the triple. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And that's now 30 points for Luka Doncic.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Harris against Hardaway. Harris drives in. Right wing. Here's Horford. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Hey, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Doncic. No good that time. Simmons with the defensive effort. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's in there. Simmons got 26. So it's the Mavericks now, leading by 12. Now Curry. He dishes it to Hardaway. 5 on the clock. Porzingis inside, guarded by Horford. Porzingis can't hit. The 76ers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Harris, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
You know, even after the trade from the Clippers to the Sixers, he continued to produce. I mean, everybody figured that Tobias Harris would have a good season last year heading into free agency, and he didn't disappoint.
And Harris, with his strong play last season, got a big payout because of it.
Yeah, and I think he earned it. And he'll continue to work hard to live up to the contract. But more importantly, I think he wants to be the best he can be, and that'll be his focus. And he'll have to adjust to teams adjusting more to trying to slow him down.
That's good from Harris.
Tell you what, fellas, I mean, an outstanding stretch for Harris has been awesome at adding pieces to his game over time, specifically that three-point shot.
And Harris drops them both. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
It wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Richardson. The feed now to Simmons. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
Curry finds Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Shot clock at 5. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Porzingis. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
On the wing, Harris. And the basket is good.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut.
Curry looking it over. To the middle, here's Powell. That one, no good. Good D by Embiid. And the 76ers with possession. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
You know, to cut deficits, you've got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Here's Hardaway, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, that's just tremendous focus there, guys. I mean, Hardaway Jr. doing a nice job keeping his composure in a tough spot.
And the free throw, no good. And Simmons slams it in.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
Kevin and Greg, I tell you what, safe to say that was a good-looking play from start to finish.
Doncic, no good. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Curry brings the double. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That three off the mark. Dallas leading by 8. Inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now it's 27 points for Porzingis. Philadelphia's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Simmons dishes to Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And Embiid drops them both. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. At one point, they led by 16. That shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Embiid. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now the pass to Curry. Back to Doncic. Cauley-Stein with it. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Harris. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Hardaway. That's now 32 points for Luka Doncic. And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 10. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it goes down 2 points.
Tell you what, the offensive game of Embiid, ridiculous. He can score in so many ways.
Right, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group